right, man. Detroit Lions fall to the Philadelphia Eagles. They do their annual get down by a lot of points, then screech back and get a moral victory. All right. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. As per usual with a lot of the Lions games, it's always some missed calls, and you got to get that respect in this in professional sports. And we haven't won enough to get that respect. I mean, it was a missed face mask on Jared Goff, but then again, what hurt them the most is drops by Reynolds, drops by DJ Shark early on. DeAndre Swift was amazing today. If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, being the most amazing player on the field thus far, it would be DeAndre Swift. I mean, they continue to draft these tight ends up high, and they don't know how to get the ball to them. So they use tight ends like part-time players. And I'm just trying to figure out, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown and TJ Hockenson. How don't you dominate the middle of the field and the intermediate outside, of the hashes as well? That's short to medium, with them. And right then and there, I just don't understand it. Now, it took Amon-Ra St. Brown to get going in the second half. And I think the biggest thing was Ben Johnson. He knew to be an offensive coordinator. Dan Campbell said that it'll be more of a collaboration with calling plays and getting the game plan together. He's new to that part of the game, so you gotta bear with him. But he, early on, he got away from throwing the football. From running the football. DeAndre Swift was hot as fish grease every time he touched the football. He had an amazing game, right? And if you're gonna draw back and throw it on first down so much, then you're gonna have to throw those little swing flat routes to DeAndre Swift. It's as simple as that. All right, you got to give it to him short, intermediate on the Texas route, the circles route, the running back option route, and that's just what it was going to have to be. And he just, was trying to get the ball to the outside weapons, appease everybody else, and he got away from running the football. I'm pretty sure Dan Campbell told him, "No, we're gonna run the football," and that's how they got back in the game with DeAndre Swift being explosive. And then once DeAndre Swift got them in a rhythm, running in and catching the football, you know what I'm saying? Then everybody else felt a little bit more comfortable. But really, outside of not getting the ball to the tight end enough, Josh Reynolds got to step up. DJ Shark got to step up. I know he ain't played football in quite some time, but we can't afford for them to drop them type of passes, right? Josh Reynolds probably dropped 6, and Jared Goff put the ball right where it needed to be, and Goff today, I don't think, early on, Ben Johnson did him a great service outside of the first drive, which most of those plays, what was it, the 10, 15 yard, most of the 10 to 20 first plays are scripted. After that, then it's pretty much, going into situational football in your playbook. And, a lot of what they did was got away from running the football. That made Jared Goff have 6 yards going into the middle of the second quarter, and that hurt. Not allowing Jared Goff to run the football and play off the run, if it was play action or is it just, gear run looks. And their runs was really good today. A lot of traps, a lot of misdirections, a lot of stuff. They did a hell of a job with the run design, but they just didn't abuse it enough. They got too cute and they got them in a deficit. And, talk about the defense, we'll get there, but the deficit, they got into that deficit, honestly, because they was going 3 and out too much. It's as simple as that. They were going out 3 and out too much, and that's because they wasn't sustaining drives. They wasn't running the football. That's for Jared Goff. The guys just wasn't in no rhythm. The run game is what's going to keep the Lions in football games and help them establish the run. Help them establish some type of rhythm. And it's just as simple. It's just as simple as that. And when they got away from the run in the football game, they should have ran away with this victory. They tired their defense out. Their defense didn't get a breather. And on top of that, they don't have enough athletes in the front seven in that defense. That's the honest truth. They don't have enough athletes. And that's why Jalen Hurts and mobile quarterbacks continue to get them problems. Matt Patricia, didn't believe in drafting athletic guys. He liked big, slow plotters. And that's what Bill Belichick liked. But Bill Belichick was bailed out because of Lawrence Taylor athleticism. And that's what made the Giants front seven. That's what set them apart. It was Lawrence Taylor's being the greatest defensive football player I've ever seen, but it was his athleticism that set them apart. That's what it was. It was his athleticism. And with the Detroit Lions, Matt Patricia just like them big slow guys, so they got to get into a situation where they got to get more athletic at every position. Hutchinson and Harris, they pretty cool, but you can be more athletic there. Anna Zorki and Josh Pascal gonna give you more athleticism in the interior. But the linebacker core, they got to be better athletes, straight up and down. And minus them the offense not giving them a breather. Minus not giving them a breather. The only issue the defense had was it was containing Jalen Hurts, and it wasn't nothing they can do about it. Honestly, it was nothing they can do about it. There was nothing they could do about it. Nothing. There was nothing they could do about it. They just don't have the depth in the great players in that front seven and the great athletes in the front seven to contain Jalen Hurts. But other than that, Jeff Okudah looked pretty good today. That pass interference call that was offset was trash. He looked real good today. He got spelled out there. He was tired. Will Harris, that was a big difference between the half too. Whatever happened with Jeff Okudah, was he needed a breather, whatever, he needed to make an adjustment with his equipment or his clothes. That gave that big play with AJ Brown at the end of the half, before the half, set them up for a touchdown, and that was the issue. Dan Campbell going for an onside kick, that took the momentum away from the team. So it was a lot of mistakes that was coach related and personnel related. Okudah getting spelled out by Will Harrison getting burnt. That made a big difference. The onside kick made a big difference. So those are the two big plays that made a difference. Like I said, there's some missed calls out there, but that ain't nothing that we can continue to control. All right. But DeAndre Swift was awesome today. Ran physical. And pretty much you can ask. Jamal Williams did what he's supposed to do. He was a short yardage bang back, ended up getting 2 touchdowns. Just offensively, I just think they should focus on running the ball, expanding the run game, and just get back to what they were successful with last year. Expand the run game, get the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown in space. And like I said before, if they're not gonna find creative ways to get a ball to TJ Hockenson and make him a matchup nightmare, he needs to be traded. And you can get an ordinary tight end that can do the things that you ask Hockenson to do. You wasting a rare talent. And once again, that goes back to coaching. You got a head coach that's a damn tight end, and they still don't get the most out of these tight ends that they draft in the first round. And if he can't get the most out of them, who will? You know what I'm saying? But obviously the defense played well, but they was just at a talent deficit, and then they was at a time of possession deficit. They was on the field a lot in that first half because the offensive coordinator, they just kept going 3 and out pretty quick, and that was the reason the defense suffered last year. Eric Glenn, he's doing a fantastic job with with guys that's not that good. Malcolm Rodriguez is fucking legit though, bro. He can play. But you don't have your second round picks from last 2 drafts. and Zorky. He's your twitchiness, your athlete on the inside of that defense, and your pressure on the inside of that defense. And Pascal is supposed to be a leader, your twitchiness at the three technique, and your utility dude across that defensive line. So you don't have your top two interior pass rushers right then and there, Pascal and Levon and Zorky, who gonna do well there too. But no moral victories at all, in my opinion. No moral victories. None. No moral victories, dude. They do this too often. Get down, because of coaching and bad plays and dumb boneheaded penalties, which the Tracy Walker thing was messed up, but I mean they gonna call that. I think it was a bang bang play. It was wrong, but he got thrown out. Juju Hughes came in and did great. But the Lions, they got to get out their own way, and the coaching staff got to get out their own way first. Aaron Glenn did Larry Glenn is the best coach in his coaching staff. He don't have near half the talent that they got available on the offense, on the defense. And look what he's doing. He's getting the most out of that defense. And Ben Johnson is just going to have to figure out, look at his mistakes. Look at his mistakes. And at the end of the day, don't worry about getting everybody involved. Do what needs to be done to win the football game. And that's run the ball, play action, then take shots. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as this. Run the ball, play action, and get the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown in space. And everything else will roll off those two things. So find a way to get the ball to Swift. Get the ball to the backs out the backfield, play action, get the ball downfield, and get the ball to Amon-Ra underneath in space. And that's as simple as it is there. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Eagles win 38-35. The Lions continue to struggle with mobile quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, that's just a personnel issue, if you ask me. They got to get better athletes, but it's better than 44 to 3 or 6 last year. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the Lions post-game reaction playlist. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Finance, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All my information inside the link tree, the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.